Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Yes, sir.
Where else would you rather be?
Yes, sir.
I'd rather be right here, right now. Hey, give it everything you got. Every single play. Attention to details, right? Details win championships. Trust the man next to you. Hey, and let's go out there and dominate from the first snap. Don't give them any hope. Do not let up. 4 quarters. Let's dominate.
There are few who love the game more. He has taken such a long, circuitous route throughout his career, from Division II to walking out Southwestern College, and then this long pro ride through all the leagues, all the teams, the LA Rams and beyond. Houston won the toss. They elect to receive. If St. Louis wins today, they clinch a playoff spot for the UFL postseason. Ryan Sanborn will get the afternoon started here in the Dome, and this is Davis on the return, and he is met at the 31-yard line. So let's take a look at the path that Hunter Dekkers has taken. He was the quarterback at Iowa State, got caught up in the gambling scandal that was well reported, ended up on Iowa Western, made his way to the NFL as an undrafted free agent, and now the UFL, where he is the starting quarterback here for Houston.
And he was originally their draft pick. This is what they envisioned. He obviously had this shoulder injury week 2. Came back last week, his first playing time since then. Looked a little rusty, but also did some really nice things in the first half.
Marcus Major is tackled for a loss immediately. That was O.J. Mudia.
Boy, Ojemudia there in the backfield. The run game has been a struggle for Houston. That's why I wonder how much they'll use John Rice Plumlee, the backup quarterback. He's such an athlete, played receiver in the NFL. Jalen White, their running back, has got to have a day as well. And the reason St. Louis is as good as they are, the #1 rush defense in the UFL, is because of guys like Taylor Stallworth and Carlos Davis. The interior of this defensive line is so good. Pita Dalmapenu gets a lot of attention. Travis Feeney gets a lot of attention. But they are so good across the front.
Dalmapenu with a big tackle there. 2 straight TFLs to start the game
there you go.
for Corey Chamblin's Battlehawks defense. A 3rd and 13. Houston in a hole right away. A lot of movement on the left side of the line.
False start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Hey, guys, there's no doubt that the noise down here is impacting Houston. Even on the first couple of snaps, they probably should have called a penalty on the snap previous to that one on the left tackle, Carmen. So they got to settle down here and block out this noise.
Consistently the best home field advantage in the UFL. The Dome at America's center. Through the years, the largest crowds we have seen in the reinvented Spring Pro Football League. A 3rd and 18. Dekkers, pocket collapses, and so does he, as he was tripped up again by Pita.
Boy, when you're 3rd and forever, look at what the defense can do. They can have everybody sitting back, all with eyes on Hunter Dekkers. There's just nowhere to go with the football. He does a good job of trying to get north and south, but by that time, Pita Dalmapenu had adjusted his pass rush and brought Dekkers down. He did a good job last week of making plays when things broke down, tried to do it there, but St. Louis all over it.
So Michael Rivers comes on to punt. Offense goes absolutely nowhere with this fired up atmosphere, looking to clinch a playoff spot here in St. Louis. This is Fresh on the return, and it's a good one. Sean Fresh with a blocker in front, as he has finally run out inside the 20-yard line by the punter, Rivers.
It's a great job on the outside of holding up those blocks without actually holding. Usually you see a big return like that, somebody's got some jersey, but a really good technical job on that punt return and great field position for Luis Perez and the St. Louis offense.
Luis Perez, they traded for him from Dallas midseason. The longtime Spring King, the veteran quarterback of Spring Pro Football.
Ready to go.
False start. Offense. Number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Jordan, he has earned that nickname, the Spring King.
8 different seasons in spring football, and he has been one of the best quarterbacks in every league. He's been in every single year. That's why they call him the Spring King. Consistent production from Luis Perez.
Ready to go.
That's why St. Louis traded for him.
Hut.
1st and 15 after the penalty. He gets into space right away to his outstanding tight end, Tyler Neville, but he is wrapped up immediately.
Yeah, down here in the red zone, that's where Hakeem Butler at 6'5" on the outside is such a weapon. His chemistry with Luis Perez is still kind of a work in progress, only a couple weeks in. Jarvion Howard, the leading rusher in the UFL, will play a big factor today in the pass rushers. Malik Fisher and Kenny Dyson for Houston have got to find a way to affect Luis Perez. He's a little bit of a statue, likes to operate from the pocket. They got to move him off his spot.
Major Burns with the tackle moments ago. Went for no gain. So a 2nd down and 16. And this is McBride trying to turn the corner, and he is tackled down at the 14-yard line. A.J. Smith is the play caller.
Yeah, run and shoot type offense. Have adapted a little bit with Luis Perez.
Aggie special X9 F prop. Trips left up. Aggie special X9 F prop 880. Play clock.
So you hear X9. That's Hakeem Butler on a go route. And he's got 5'10" corner Kerry Vincent on him. I love that matchup to Hakeem Butler at the top of your screen.
Incomplete. As he was trying to connect with McBride again, Amir Speed had coverage.
Yeah, I would have gone to the other side. I know McBride had a touchdown and a one-on-one slot fade last week. Perez found him. He opts to go in this direction. I would have gone for the 7-inch advantage to Hakeem Butler on the other side. But again, it's a work in progress. The comfortability between Perez and Hakeem Butler wasn't there every time last week. They'll work on that, though.
See the pro career stats for Ramiz Ahmed. As this will be a 32-yard attempt. And he puts it right through. So the 49-yard punt return by Sean Fresh sets up the field goal. 3-zip St. Louis win, and they're in the UFL postseason. Big weekend in the UFL, and the action continues tomorrow. Columbus against Birmingham, taking on the Stallions at 1 Eastern on Fox. Birmingham is 3-4, and they're playing much better with DTR at quarterback. We were there last week. That overtime win could be a critical juncture in their season if they can get to win number 4. So many teams chasing that 4th and final playoff spot. Of course, here, St. Louis up a field goal, and if they win today, they are in the postseason. Here's Lawrence Keys on the return, as he is taken down near the 34-yard line.
Yeah, look, this offense under Eric Price and Kevin Sumlin is heavily based in the RPO, the run-pass option. So they have to get some semblance of a run threat for everything to open up. They like to run that inside zone, have Deckers kind of read the linebackers, the safeties, pull it, hit the slants, the quick throws. But that all starts with them trying to get the run game going, and everything builds off of it.
Ran out on their first possession. 2 TFLs as well. Deckers. He gets this complete past midfield to Lawrence Keys.
Well, this is a great throw. He's going to have a slot corner. Keys working in man coverage on Daniel Isom. And the ball is just on time in the perfect location on the outside shoulder there.
20-yard reception by Keys.
It looks like Daniel Isom was a little banged up on that play.
Yeah, slow to walk off the field, the starting nickel for the Battlehawks.
Remember, they're real thin in the secondary. Jordan Mosley's not in the lineup tonight. Trey Dean will move up into that safety spot, but they start to get real thin with Daniel Isom, their nickel. limping off to the sideline. That's something to keep an eye on, as Deckers threw for 233 yards in the first half last week. He's capable of putting up big numbers through the air, especially if they're thin on the back end.
They go with the jet motion, and it's Moreno Cropper as he turns the corner and is forced out near the 43-yard line by Trey Dean.
Yeah, look, if you're going to run the football against this defense, it's got to be on the perimeter. I mean, they are so good. You don't get many yards on them. You don't run the football on them. You got to try to sneak in an explosive play here or there, but running between the tackles is not the recipe.
Only giving up 79 rush yards per game. Second down. Ball comes out quickly. Man, that was like super glued to his chest. The moment it hit him, that was Jalen Moreno Cropper with the reception.
And there's one of those RPOs. If you're going to have a linebacker add to the count right here, you replace him with the slant right behind. That's a called run play, but when the numbers are advantageous, you pull it, you hit the slant. Great decision.
First down, Deckers on the deep out that time, again to Moreno Cropper.
You know, we like to complicate football tests and think you can have all these unique play calls. When something works a couple plays ago, come back to it. If they're giving you a look where you got a safety one-on-one with a slot receiver and all that room on the outside, come right back to it. And they did.
First down after the 15-yard completion. Deckers pulls it. He's going to run to the edge. And he goes out just shy of the 10-yard line. Neville Clark was chasing.
And Corey Chamblin right now is loading the box.
Let's go right here. Train halo. Train halo. Tallahassee field. Let's go. Come on, Luke. Halo.
Former CFL head coach. That was the first run of this successful drive. 4 straight completions prior to that. 8-yard run by Deckers. Yarns. As he is driven down at the 9-yard line.
Okay, 11 first down.
Travis Feeney on the tackle for St. Louis.
Oh, wait, no. 26 and track.
That's fine.
Hip, very left.
Hey, let's go right here.
26 and
Hey, Abe Chase, 1Q. Abe Chase, 1Q. Abe Chase, 1Q. Abe Chase, 1Q.
It's going to be a full-out blitz there.
Third down and 1.
Catch your split.
Jalen White, the running back, comes back into the backfield to flank Deckers. Deckers to pass on 3rd and 1. Shallow cross is complete, and inside the 5 is Cam Sutton.
Oh, it's a great play. You force the trailing defender to avoid that second shallow cross coming from right to left, and that gives you just enough separation for the tight end, Cam Sutton, to pick up the first down.
1st and goal, Houston. Deckers with time, but he threw it out the back of the end zone on the in cut for Lawrence Keys. And a flag is down at the 4-yard line.
Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
But Gareth Warren there getting a little antsy. That noise is already having a big effect on the cadence.
Well, and Jordan, this has been the area that has been such a struggle for this offense in Houston, because the quarterback play hasn't been strong, but they have never been able to consistently score touchdowns. They got to avoid field goals here in the red area today.
First and goal from the 9. Deckers pulls it again. Flag is down again. We will check on that as Davis made the catch.
Number 0 lined up in the neutral zone.
All right, they're going to take it.
You take it. We're going to have half distance.
Offside. Defense number 0 lining up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And to Luke's point, they were 1 for 5 last week in the red zone. And this is where I feel that John Rice Plumlee could be a great weapon. He can throw the football, obviously, but he's a dynamic athlete. You need to be able to make plays outside the pocket down here in the low red zone. But They'll keep Hunter Deckers out there.
Deckers looking to extend the play to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Jontre Kirkland, the former LSU star who was part of that 2020 CFP National Championship.
Well, no pass rush came from the left side. Watch Travis Feeney. He's kind of reading the eyes. He's actually going to be spying Hunter Deckers here, but that gives Deckers the free ability or the ability to rush outside the pocket to his left side. For a left-handed quarterback, he loves that, and a great adjustment by Jontre Kirkland, being friendly to the quarterback, breaking back in. Great scramble drill pickup there from Deckers.
Boylan for the extra point. And he puts it through. And that was a very impressive drive for Hunter Deckers. After a 3-and-out first time they had the ball, he was 6 of 6 for 57 yards in that touchdown pass to Kirkland.
All right, back here in St. Louis, sitting here with Hunter Deckers. Let's work through this play right here. So we're going to have a fade initially on the outside, work to the inside there, and a little bit of a snag route right here. Take us through the play and your progression.
Yeah, so they're running like a low quarters, almost like a zero plug look in the red zone here. So I know I got my one-on-one matchups. I actually was trying to play the big body tight end on a fade. Ends up going inside because he has outside leverage. So then I ended up moving off to the return route to the whip. And he's got his outside leverage, so then I ended up just escaping. And from there, it's just scramble rules. That's just playing football.
Yeah, just working the back end line, right?
Yeah, he just played scramble rules to perfection. He felt the whip coming back to the bottom pylon, so he just played the back line, so it's perfect.
Great stuff. Thanks, Hunter.
Appreciate you.
It was an 8-play, 66-yard touchdown drive led by Hunter Deckers. Houston's been so close in so many games this year, just kind of the flip of a coin in some of these to come up with a 2-5 record as Jennings struggles to secure the ball in the kickoff, and with that he barely makes it to the 20-yard line. Well, the story on Luis Perez, we often throw out the phrase well-traveled. He is the most well-traveled, Jordan.
Yeah, coming out of Texas A&M Commerce, and then obviously getting a lot of opportunity in the NFL as well. We spoke at length about his tenure in the spring leagues, and then traded in April, at the end of April, to St. Louis here, who is in desperate need of a veteran. Really, the only question mark this St. Louis team had was the turnover-prone issues at quarterback, and so far, Perez is providing a little stability there.
Perez gets the ball out quickly, and he does so to McBride.
I'll tell you this, Tess. I remember doing Johnny Manziel's pro day at Texas A&M. I was covering it for the SEC Network, and there was this other quarterback throwing there. Oh, it was Luis Perez. And I'm like, who's this Texas A&M Commerce guy? Because he was throwing as good as Manziel. I mean, the ball came out of his hand. Unbelievable. The arm strength. Obviously not the athleticism. That's not his game, but he has always been talented. And it's shown at every stop he's made.
Won the Harlan Hill Trophy as the best player in Division II in that season prior to that pro day. By the way, what a you bring that up. What a spectacle that was back then.
My
Johnny
God.
Manziel's pro day, and then there's this other quarterback who's still playing pro football.
Kids, remember, Johnny was in full pads, too.
Yes.
He was one of the first guys to go, I'm going to wear my helmet and pads. And I tell you, Luis Perez out-threw him that day. Obviously, Johnny's way more dynamic and obviously was in college and with everything he can do. But Luis Perez, throw for throw, looked every bit as good.
Here's Perez. Points downfield, running out of options, and somehow gets it to Howard. Jarvion Howard. They're just freestyling, ad-libbing, and finding a way as Howard makes it to the 35. What a play by Perez.
Well, they're going to have to see if Howard was out of bounds and established himself back in. I'm not sure he did.
What do we got?
Oh, boy.
Okay. Okay, lost it down at the previous spot.
Yeah, if he's out of bounds there and ends up being the first to touch it, that's a big play that's going to be coming back.
Pass by a receiver who went out of bounds. Lost it down at the previous spot. Second out.
So that denies a 33-yard play.
Again, Luis Perez is not the guy that's going to beat you with speed or get outside the pocket and scramble. He's going to get outside the pocket. He's going to be looking downfield. That's his game. And unfortunately, Howard wasn't able to stay in bounds there.
Second down and 10. Perez! This is going to be a pick six. Kerry Vincent Jr. A 34-yard interception return for a touchdown by Vincent Jr. And the extra point by Ahmad.
Marvin Sanders, defensive coordinator for Houston, was defensive coordinator for St. Louis for 2 years. He said one thing: you can't line up and do the same thing. Right now, Perez thinks he has all this space to throw the football short, but what they do is they roll late to cover two, actually, so that Kerry Vincent has flat responsibilities. Pre-snap, he thinks I have free access. Post-snap, they change the look. That's exactly what Marvin Sanders said you have to do. He went against Perez every day in practice for 2 years. He said if you show him a picture pre-snap and you stay there, he's going to kill you. You have to roll late. It's exactly what they did there. Fooled the veteran quarterback, and Vincent was all over it. It's just a great job of showing like you're going to play off early and then capitalizing and jumping on it late. Go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, Jordan, well, little cat and mouse there. You lined up in one thing and changed the picture post-snap. Walk us through the progression of the coverage.
Man, just like you said, just wanted to show him one thing pre-snap. Knew he was looking to my side, had his favorite receiver. Sat on it, took it to the crib.
Where is this team right now? I mean, it's been a struggle at times offensively, but you guys have been so close. And now you just have some good things happen to you, and you're a different football team on this sideline.
Right now, we're just playing for each other. Brotherhood and pride. You know, the season hasn't went how we wanted it to thus far, but it's not over. And I plan to continue to lead with plays like that.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
All right.
What a play, and what a start for Houston.
Well, Perez had the interception last week. First throw coming after half, where he kind of just was a little late. Lobbed it a little bit, and that one there, a little lackadaisical.
James cutting back against the grain, and it's a good job to pick up 9 yards.
Jordan, you know, as a former quarterback, it is so important. You can never predetermine what the coverage is going to be pre-snap. You have to see the post-snap picture, and that's what happened right there. Marvin Sanders baited Luis Perez. If you're going to throw an out route, you have to get your eyes outside to the widest defender.
So it'll be a first down for St. Louis with James.
Hey, 2nd and 1. We're okay.
Kylan James has been a bright spot for St. Louis, really starting to emerge in that backfield.
4 read, black pop, 4 read.
There's Marvin Sanders. As I mentioned, the defensive coordinator for Dallas, or previously Arlington, the last 2 years. That's his familiarity with Luis Perez.
Ready to go? No. Hut.
James on the carry. Good pursuit down the line as he drags the defender ahead for a yard and a half.
Marvin Sanders doing a great job at changing the picture on quarterback Luis Perez. Keep an eye on the safeties and the nickelback as this game unfolds. They're moving around a lot pre-snap because they don't want to give away the coverage to Perez.
Let's go.
Something tells me, guys, that the head coach for St. Louis might have given a little bit of an order to his offensive coordinator. Run the damn ball.
Yep.
Ready to go. Hut.
2nd and 8. Perez. It's incomplete, looking for Gary Jennings Jr. Speed at coverage.
This is where he's been just a little bit off. Last week, trying to decide whether to throw the back shoulder to Hakeem Butler or go over the top.
90, X switch.
And speaking of Butler, you cannot wait till the end of the first quarter for Hakeem to touch the football for the first time. At some point, A.J. Smith needs to find a way, even if it's just calling a screen, to get 88 the football.
Yet to be targeted, Brock. 3rd down and 8. Flag reins in with pre-snap motion.
False start. Offense, number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
This is where if I'm A.J. Smith, I start allowing Luis Perez to give a hard count, see what the defense is in, and make an adjustment. Start allowing the veteran to see it and make the adjustment to get you in the right play because of all that disguising that Houston's doing on the other side.
You're good, you're good. Ready to go.
3rd down and 13. Perez. And he gets it complete to Butler for a 1st down, just like the 3 of you were saying.
That's a great job of stepping up in the pocket and throwing with anticipation. Watch when he lets this ball go. Butler's head hadn't even turned around yet. And again, they're only working on a couple weeks of reps together on the same page there.
Ready to go. No. Hey.
A little too high and incomplete. Going back to Butler, speed was there defensively.
You heard Luis Perez talking there to Hakeem Butler. He said it's press. I think he wants him to convert that to a go ball.
San Fran punch. H-Disco,
if it's off coverage, go ahead and sit it down. But if you're pressed up in man-to-man coverage, time to take the top off and go throw a touchdown.
Split zone. Watch the flash. Hey, you got to get in as a backer, Q. Q, get in as a backer, Q. Q, get in as a backer. You got to go all the way to the A-gap. You got to get to the A-gap on the flash, Q.
2nd down, Howard. Howard finds a hole and lowers his shoulders to the 31-yard line. That moves the chains.
Watch all the lateral movement here, and a great read by Howard to cut this back off the backside defensive end as he crashed down. You heard Marvin Sanders there saying, inside zone, it's coming. He needed his safety to fill up. So they have a little bit of a key on what St. Louis is doing, but even there, not able to slow it down.
In the first one, he did spill. Second one, he ran right by it.
Ready to go.
Howard bounces this. He's able to pick up 2.5 yards.
Boy, I tell you what,
UFL's
guys,
leading rusher is Jarvion Howard.
Down here at field level, Jarvion Howard, he's listed at 5'10", but I think that's being pretty kind. Watching him, how he's able to hide behind his offensive line, makes it very difficult on defenders to find him and get him to the ground.
You can see that, Brock. 2nd and 7.
Ready to go. Hut.
Perez just gets it to James out of the backfield, makes the most of it as he kept his balance, surging ahead to the 18-yard line. Another 1st down. So St. Louis is on the march here, piecing together a 9-play drive after Houston jumped out with a good drive of their own, and then the pick 6, a 14-3 lead for the Gamblers.
Gamblers lead the Battlehawks after 1. Great for the Gamblers, bad for the betting public. At DraftKings, more than 90% of the moneyline bets on the Battlehawks to win this game. They're down 11. More than 3/4 of the spread bets on the Battlehawks. A lot of work to do for St. Louis to make the public, like me, who like the Battlehawks, happy in this game.
And Tyler, as you know, Houston's been a dog in every game of this UFL regular season, but things change when you get a pick 6 on the board. That was the case for Kerry Vincent Jr., 34-yard return. 14-3 Houston on an afternoon where for St. Louis it's win and you're in to the postseason. Start of the 2nd quarter. Luis Perez with a 1st down, 10th play of the drive. James tackled for a loss.
Well, bad news for the Battlehawks secondary. Already down leading tackler and starting strong safety Jordan Mosley. They just ruled out the starting nickelback Daniel Isom. So this is a thin secondary that cannot afford any more injuries.
And 2 members of that starting secondary now out.
Go, 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 go.
2nd and 14 after the TFL.
Ready to go.
Perez incomplete as the defensive backs were converging on Pearson.
Boy, Bars makes this play because this is a wide open completion, but watch the ball. It's going to come looping in. Perez is not able to step into this one. If he's able to step in and drive that might have been a touchdown. If not, watch Bars coming right down the middle, and Perez is going to throw that off his back foot a little bit.
Great play by Kylan Bars, the former USC Trojan defensive tackle, as Burns and Walker were there defensively. 3rd down and 14. Perez pressured again, and he is sacked. Brought down by Malik Fisher.
Boy, watch the interior cross here is going to spook Perez a little bit as he feels the pressure coming off the left side. It was Christopher Allen at first, and then obviously Malik Fisher brings him down.
Hey, I didn't hear, huh?
Just throw it on the bullet.
I got hit. You didn't see it?
No, I ain't see it.
Ahmed on for the field goal attempt. This will be from 44 yards out. And he puts it through. And we had the discussion this week with Kevin Sumlin about how so much parity in this league, how so many of these games could go either way. And you're sort of seeing when things do go Houston's way, just 1 or 2 plays, the difference it makes.
No doubt. The rosters are so balanced. There's so much talent in the league. Really, quarterback play, I know I'm breaking news here, but quarterback play has been the difference maker, and Hunter Deckers has played really well so far this first half against the best defense in the UFL.
Big win by Louisville over DC as we welcome you here to St. Louis, where the Houston Gamblers off to a great start, 14-6 on top of St. Louis. Joe Tessitore and Jordan Rogers with you. Tom Luganbill and Brock Osweiler are field level analysts. This is a day where St. Louis has gathered such momentum, and it's win and you're in. Win this game and St. Louis is in the UFL postseason, but it's been Houston who's been off to a hot start, Jordan.
Yeah, originally St. Louis, great field position off this long punt return, set them up inside the 20-yard line, but they were only able to get a field goal out of that, and this is where it starts to go wrong. Hunter Deckers is a great job scrambling, finding Jontre Kirkland for the touchdown, and then Luis Perez, the brutal mistake, pick 6, Kerry Vincent all over that one, and that's been the story so far in the first half. It's been all Houston because of those mistakes.
Luis Perez, of course, the midseason trade, and he's made a difference. But this Houston team, head coach Kevin Sumlin said to us the other day, there's one play here or there. Well, today the plays have gone their way.
Yeah, in the last 2 weeks, they lost by 7 points and 1 point. So it has been 1 or 2 plays here or there. And so far, the pick 6 went their way this week. Last week, it went the other way. And now we got a quarterback change.
John Rice Plumlee, the former UCF and Ole Miss stars. He had to deal with a little bit of pressure there.
Plumlee was released by the Pittsburgh Steelers a few weeks ago. He was originally the draft pick, or one of the draft picks for the Houston Gamblers. They wanted him, but he was retained by the Pittsburgh Steelers until, like I said, a couple weeks ago. He had one drive last week that resulted in a scramble, long touchdown pass. They're trying to ease him into this offense so he can play a much bigger role.
Merritt was tackled for a loss, so it leaves a 2nd and 15 as he goes underneath. And this is, again, behind the line of scrimmage as he goes to Peyton.
And look, Kevin Sumlin had Johnny Manziel in college. He likes a quarterback that can make plays with his feet. John Rice Plumlee was a quarterback at Ole Miss, also a wide receiver, quarterback at UCF, played wide receiver in the NFL. So his legs and his athleticism are a game-changing play waiting to happen.
You hear the crowd noise here. The best home field advantage in the UFL, the Dome and America Center in St. Louis. 3rd and long for Plumlee. And that is incomplete as it was batted away by Sean Fresh.
I love the play call by Corey Chamblee. Got a new quarterback in. Let's bring the house. Pressure right up the gut. Couple guys all over Plumlee. He had to get rid of that ball sooner than he wanted. And the big hit there from Pita Dalmapenu, the Defensive Player of the Year last year. Also Carlos Davis in there as well.
It's a 2nd 3 and out for Houston as Rivers punts away. Fresh calls for the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. It's win and you're in for St. Louis, but they trail early at home. UFL will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. Here in St. Louis, where the Battlehawks are on a 3-game win streak, but it's Houston who's been struggling a bit with bad luck this season, out front 14-6. And why this game is so significant. Remember, 10 games in the regular season. Top 4 make the playoffs. So a huge win by Louisville today to get across that threshold. Birmingham plays tomorrow to try to get to that 4-win plateau. But a win today by St. Louis, Jordan, and they secure a playoff spot.
Yeah, and then it's going to get real interesting. DC obviously loses to Louisville, like you mentioned. Their quarterback, Jordan Ta'amu, went down with the knee injury. He was in street clothes. This is a wide open 3rd and 4th spot still in the playoffs, even this deep in the season.
A lot of finger pointing as you saw a player come into the neutral zone.
That's a false start.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Well, for those joining us on ABC here, Luis Perez, a.k.a. the Spring King, who's been just about everywhere you can be. They traded for him mid-season, stabilized this offense, gives them a chance down the stretch to go for a championship.
Yeah, the 31-year-old has had success at every stop. Led the UFL the last 2 years in passing yards.
Here's Howard getting back some of that yardage after the penalty.
That's why throws like that pick 6 that we saw earlier from Luis Perez are so head-scratching, because it was just, he didn't ID the defense right, which is what he usually does better than anybody. And the reason St. Louis brought him is for some stability, to limit the turnovers, let the defense in the run game take over. See if he gets back in rhythm here after a rough start.
2nd down and 10. Perez just hooking up over the middle with Stephen McBride, and that goes for a 1st down.
This is when he's at his best. The ball comes out quickly. That's what Ricky Prohl, the head coach for St. Louis, said. The first thing this team noticed is how quickly the ball came out of Perez's hands. Completions in practice were way up.
Howard trying to spin free, but he is met in the hole that time. It was Richard Lawrence the first to get to him, the former LSU defensive lineman.
2nd and 10 middle.
A.J. Smith, the play caller for St. Louis.
Trips left, 52, Island X comeback, Z-switch corner. Trips left, 52, Island, Z-switch corner, X comeback.
A.J. Smith there, currently also an assistant coach at Colorado under Dion, helping out with the quarterbacks there, doing a little double duty this spring.
An interesting year for him. A high snap that he fields with one hand as Pearson secures the ball to the 34-yard line. Eli Walker was there with the tackle.
Okay, they're
Marvin
come
Sanders,
to the middle.
his first season as Houston's
Make sure we
defensive
check it down.
coordinator, had a lot of success in spring pro
Let's just
football.
go. Green, Steeler. Green, Book, Steeler. Watch the 2-3 switch over here. Steeler.
St. Louis going to hard count here, see if they can get a look at what Houston's going to do on defense.
What's he got?
They're down in 6.
Hard.
And immediately they point
I got a false start, Jeff.
the Houston defensive line.
It might be on Richard Garage, left tackle.
Over there.
False start. Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
There was Ricky Prohl, of course, a legend here in St. Louis with all his success. A 2-time Super Bowl champion, a Rams hero after 17 years in the NFL, and a first-time head coach here with the Battlehawks.
861, double chip, all right. Double chip.
6th St. Louis penalty.
Ready to go. Hard.
They're down at 11. Perez looking over options. He comes back and finds Neville, his tight end, who tries to weave his way towards that line again. And I think he's going to be a half-yard short as Walker made the tackle. It is 4th down.
Let's go. Hey, we need a corner. We need a corner. Hey! Stay punting. Stay there. Make sure we got enough.
Choose to punt. You never know in this league, by the way. I know their own 40-yard line, but you just never know in this league.
I thought that might be an area they roll the dice, or at least line up, try to hard count with how much Houston has had trouble nearly going off sides and jumping at the snap count, but they'll punt it away. Smart move.
So Ryan Sanborn on to punt away, former Texas Longhorn specialist. Justin Hall from the 14. Great coverage downfield. A 46-yard punt. And that is where Houston will take over with an 8-point lead on the road in St. Louis. Don't go anywhere. Houston Gambler head coach Kevin Sumlin's team up 14-6. Of course, Summy's had such an outstanding career along the path as a head coach from Houston to A&M to Arizona, the USFL Gamblers, and now success in the UFL. Coach Drew Brees at Purdue as a position coach. Coach Johnny Manziel, of course, with the historic Heisman Trophy run at Texas A&M back in 2012.
He's had a great offense every stop he has had, and that's why this year's been a little head-scratching. He hasn't had a quarterback that's been healthy. Like I said earlier, they played 4 different guys through 6 weeks because of injuries. One of them, a wide receiver that had to be an emergency third quarterback. Finally, Hunter Decker's back and looking like the guy they wanted to start the season.
Hasn't thrown an incompletion today. Jalen White. Flag comes down. Helmet comes off. But that gives us the opportunity to go down to the field to lose.
Yeah, Tess, here with John Rice Plumlee, he's going to take us through this series, and when the play comes into his helmet through the audio, he's going to fill us in on exactly what they're trying to do on offense and what they're looking for. You just played on the previous series. He's getting the call right now.
Line up in it. Bunch left, 27 Uber. Bunch left, 27
He's got a yes-no starting at the right side of the screen, single receiver.
Which has a square
You're going to
out.
have a shallow coming from left to right, and then another guy coming from left to right on the screen. Back is going to be going to the left, from right to left.
For our fans,
He's
yes, no, either.
right to left.
All right.
Right to left on your screen right now.
And when you say yes, no, John, you mean he either has the off to hit the now route, which is just a quick hitter?
It's a route that if he's pressed, he can run a go. If he's off, he's going to run a 10-yard out. And if he does that, he's going to hit us right in the chest with the ball over here. And so we just got to be on our toes in case the ball comes.
All right, we'll keep our head on a swivel over here, guys.
So he's going to run a go ball to the boundary.
Okay.
Then he's coming from left to right. There he is,
there
right there.
And there it is.
We'll take it.
Well done.
Proper.
Let's listen for the next one.
Right off.
Great adjustment there, right?
Over his X spot.
Corner backed up. Waco ran the out route.
It's going to be a run play. If he pulls the ball, he's going to read the defensive end.
So RPO based?
RPO based. If he pulls the ball, he's then going to have a throw option after he pulls it.
Okay.
So for the listeners, the left defensive end, he's going to read him. If he takes the running back, he's going to pull the ball.
And he does pull it.
Put it on. Boom.
And he connects for another completion. Darting ahead, close to the line of the game is Moreno Cropper.
Going fast here, doing some tempo.
53 Indy.
Got some tempo here, guys, so he's getting the call already. Houston's starting to get some steam on offense. What do you have?
Halfback read. So if he's got a one-on-one with the running back, he has an option route. If not, he's going to work the right side of your screen on some unders.
Deckers pressured. And it's incomplete, a throwaway beyond Jalen White.
Live to play the next down, right?
That's right. That's right. Let's go to the game.
Yeah, I'm good with a pigeon. They got a guy down. So
what half is
they got a guy down.
What half? Left. 11 personnel. We're going to go pistol fix left off. Ron Waco Z pigeon. Take your time here. Tell him to play.
Pistol fix left off. Ron Waco Z pigeon. Same kind of play we saw earlier with the RPO. Okay. Right? So he's going to be doing the same thing.
We've got an injured St. Louis player down on the field right now. John, you've only been here a few weeks. What's the transition been like for you so far?
It's been fun. You know, anytime you get to play football, it's a blessing, right? And so it's been fun to be here, be with the guys. Got a great group here, and I'm glad to see we're hitting on cylinders right now. Yeah.
Tess, go ahead and take it away on this injury report.
Two-sport star was John Rice Plumlee in college football as Neil Farrell walks off the field. John Rice Plumlee, who came in earlier today, came in last week against Orlando, had an impressive 49-yard touchdown with Tom Luganville to go through the play call. Tom?
Same thing. Pistol, fix left off. Ron Waco, Z pigeon. Running back is going to be running right. We're going to be reading the defensive end on the left side of your screen. If he takes the running back, we're going to pull the ball. After we pull the ball, there's going to be a throw option. We'll see what happens.
Major keeps it, and he gets ahead out to the 46.
Good run, good run.
John Rice Plumlee began his career at Ole Miss. Baseball player, a two-sport star at UCF, playing baseball and football. Now his pro quarterback journey from the Steelers practice squad to getting playing time with Houston.
Big third down here. What do you have?
Yes, no, down here to the boundary. Working the left side of your screen, coming left to right. Big play right there. Good ball, good catch. Caden Davis, great job.
Caden Davis with the reception for a first down. Stay with him, Lukes.
Well, so far he's been dead on, hasn't he?
Been left off.
Watch the anticipation from Deckers. He throws this ball before the receivers even close to coming out of his break. Great job by Caden Davis to bring that down as soon as he whips his head around.
X pigeon. F pigeon, excuse me. Same kind of play. We're reading that defensive end again. If he takes the running back, we're going to pull it. Tough one there. They blitz. Great job by Hunter there getting the ball out.
It was a great job by Hunter. Another completion. This to Justin Hall.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, guys. You're noticing a lot of the same language, terminology that's based on what they're going to do with that defensive end and reading him off the edge, and it makes it an easy read for Hunter Deckers.
There's a big one here.
Post and
Trey left. Trey left.
Backs in the flat.
Pass Liz wanted to play action here. We've had some success running the ball. He's trying to build off that. Then we're going topper, which is double post and out by the number 3 receiver, J Hall, number 11. Let's see what happens. Number 0, they're heating us up.
2nd and 2. That is incomplete. One receiver fell down. The other one was Peyton, and that ball was overthrown.
Look at that. Look at it.
Yes, sir.
Got a clean pocket. That's probably a touchdown.
That's right. That's right. That's the gamble they play on defense, playing cover 0, right? They're betting they're going to get to you before you get a touchdown.
52, 8 slither, alert at Hank.
Third down and 3.
8 slither, alert at Hank.
52-8 slither, alert F. Hank. So we're looking for man-to-man coverage. When this running back motions back, it's zone, so he's going to check to Hank. There's going to be a guy right over the ball. If he's not open, he's going to work to the outsides of your screen.
Here's Deckers on 3rd and 3 being chased, and he gets it complete for a touchdown to Lawrence Keys the 3rd.
Just how you draw it up, boys.
How great was that to have John Rice Plumlee and Lukes taking us through that entire drive in real time and understanding every single play and what the options were, and then finally delivering for the 35-yard touchdown to Lawrence Keys III. John Hoyland for the extra point. is no good.
I love this because Lawrence Keys is going to be right over the ball right here. He's the first read. He's not going to be open, so Deckers moves on, and then Keys is the one that adjusts downfield. So he goes from the first read, Deckers moves on, goes to two other guys, nothing there, and Keys does a great job. Scramble drill. Remember, what is the quarterback doing? He's the middle of the field there. If you're short, you go deep in scramble drill. So he's short, he goes deep. If you're deep, you go short. That's how you spread the field, and Keys ends up wide open. And that is the second big play, the second touchdown pass on a scramble from Hunter Deckers. That mobility has been a game changer against, again, the best defense in the UFL.
Deckers is 11 of 13 for 134 and 2 touchdowns.
This is what he looked like last week in the first half.
Hey, we had him here too. In the shallow. I knew you see.
Let's bring in Hunter Deckers. Hunter, what a start to your day. How's it feeling out there?
It feels pretty good. Offense, we're executing pretty well right now. We're messing up on a couple things on first down. When we're getting behind the chains, it's kind of allowing them to run what they want to do. But if we get a positive first down, then, you know, we've kind of been moving the ball really well. So it's been good so far.
Hunter, how much are you guys practicing scramble drill? Because that's 2 touchdowns now with you getting outside the pocket and the guys making the perfect adjustment in the scramble drill.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a huge emphasis all the way since training camp. You know, scramble drill is one of the best plays in football, especially in the red zone. And obviously 3rd and short and 4th and short. So receivers have done a really good job of that so far, and the line's done a great job protecting.
Hey, don't take the punch.
Hunter, we will let you get to work with your teammates and your coaches. Excellent start.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This afternoon. Luis Perez now in that St. Louis offense. What can they do before halftime? Here's James patiently waiting, and nothing was there. A loss of half a yard. A tackle by Ja Joyner.
I knew coming in that this was going to be a dangerous game, because when you just go back and watch Houston this year, they don't look like a 2-5 team. Because of the revolving door that's been at quarterback, because of the turnovers and mistakes, that's been the difference. Not that they're not good enough on defense, not that they're not good enough at running back and receiver. Now Hunter Deckers being healthy finally since week 2. Looks like a completely different Houston team since last week.
Perez on 2nd down, and he gets it complete on the out to McBride.
H-Disco 49er punch. H-Disco 49er punch.
49er punch? Hey, 49er punch. I want ready. Ball security, let's go. Coming. Ready to go.
12-yard reception by McBride. And now Kylan James out to midfield.
Well, this defense has been solid so far. The pick 6 from Kerry Vincent is what really started this thing off. And then a potential touchdown broken up by Burns on the back end, and they got to Luis Perez on a big 3rd down. Malik Fisher brought him down. This is a Houston defense that held Orlando, the #1 ranked Orlando, to just 185 yards last week. Really kept that powerful offense in check, and they picked up right where they left off.
Marvin Sanders defense and Deckers at quarterback. That's the combination that has given Houston a 20-6 lead at the 2-minute warning. Special day and special week here with the St. Louis Battlehawks. This is their Hats Off to Heroes initiative, and Battlehawks players made a visit to the headquarters of the St. Louis Fire Department on Friday afternoon. They honored local veterans and military personnel and first responders, and so many Battlehawks coaches and players have military ties. And we always think about Coach Will Reed, the linebacker coach, who lost his son in service. A Gold Star family is the Reed family, and forever grateful for that family and the sacrifice that was made to defend our freedom.
Hey, you got lucky.
20-6, Houston. A road dog, still looking for the first road win of the year. Meanwhile, St. Louis trying to clinch a playoff spot with a win today.
Luis Perez just pointed at Kerry Vincent, who had the pick 6 earlier, and said, "You got lucky." I guarantee he's going to be coming back in his direction.
That's what he was saying that too?
At some point.
2nd and 7. Orbit motion here as they keep it on the ground with James. And James does a really nice job of breaking that tackle. And it'll be 3rd and short from the 45. That was Dyson with the tackle.
Take the ball. Take the ball. Take the ball. Take the ball.
Remember, they're in 2-down territory. You cross the midfield, the 50-yard line in the UFL. You got to go for it on 4th.
Here's 3rd down. As Jackson struggles and is tackled at midfield by Charlie Thomas III.
You gotta go.
A little wrinkle here with Jackson coming in, but that was read the whole way by Thomas.
Hey.
So now they're backed up to a 4th down. And they cross midfield. You know, no punting in the UFL once you cross midfield.
Oh, you know what? Inside 2 minutes, they can punt it.
That's right. We're inside 2 minutes. Excuse me. Inside 2 minutes, that rule goes away, of course.
We can punt under 2 minutes?
Yeah, he just even questioned himself because everybody is so conscious of the rule that he even said we can punt under 2 minutes.
They squeeze scrape.
As soon as I, You couldn't get the linebacker? No, I would have just pushed him in the play. Press the end and then sent the guy.
Yeah, they squeeze scrape. Hey. 3rd and 2.
St. Louis sending the punt team out on the field. What a stop for Houston. That was a massive opportunity for the Battlehawks. You have to remember, they get the football to start the 3rd quarter. So if they were able to drain some clock, get some points, the game wouldn't feel as bad as it currently is heading into halftime. Big stop by the Gamblers.
No doubt. Houston won the opening kickoff, the opening toss, and they elected to receive. So Houston will receive the 2nd half kickoff, but they are punting away here as Sanborn will kick away to Justin Hull. And a timeout is going to be used by Houston. Heck of an afternoon for Hunter Deckers, their starting quarterback.
What are you doing?
That time of the year, the passion on the ice takes over. 2nd round coverage of the Stanley Cup continues tonight on ABC. Stanley Cup playoff game 6 between the Sabres and Canadiens comes your way at 8 Eastern. ABC, of course, the home to the Stanley Cup final.
Luis Perez there sitting with his offensive coordinator, A.J. Smith. Remember, he's only been in the building a few weeks. They are still feeling each other out. As a play caller, you got to understand not just what works best for the scenario, but what your quarterback likes most. And right now, offense is just not meshing.
Here's Hall on the return. And he is met near the 14-yard line. 49 seconds remain. And a 14-point lead. And again, the importance of this game. There is a chase for that 4th and final playoff spot. If St. Louis comes back and wins today, they are in. The Orlando Storm clinched a playoff spot. Louisville had a big win today to get to 4 wins. Birmingham, the Stallions play tomorrow, and Houston's not out of it. Deckers on 1st down with time. That is intercepted. It is picked off, and St. Louis is going to be in prime position. That was Taylor Hawkins with the interception.
I see what you're saying. Did he just get moved? Did he just get moved?
Well, this is a high-low read on this linebacker, but what he doesn't see is the safety sitting right there driving. He makes the right decision based on the linebacker. The linebacker stays low, so he's trying to hit the glance behind it, but you have to have vision on the safety who never moved, never got depth, and Deckers threw it right to his numbers.
And what an opportunity now for the Battlehawks to take over at the 16-yard line with under a minute until halftime. Perez That is incomplete. He threw it behind the intended target, Hakeem Butler. Amir Speed was there defensively.
Boy, look to the high snap once again. This is a nightmare for a quarterback. When you're trying to get rid of the ball quickly, he doesn't get a good grip on the ball, and you can see it's wobbling and doesn't get the velocity he wants on that. That's about the third or fourth time that snap has been so high, it's affected Perez.
Jordan, is not just high, it's slow.
Yes.
It's just lobbing back there, so there's no urgency to the snap to give Perez that extra beat to get that ball out accurately.
And now we're hearing a challenge of defensive pass interference, so let's listen in to Dean Blandino on the command center.
The pass is not tipped. And the question is, does he get there early at full speed, real time, at least on the initial angle? It looks bang, bang. I'm going to go to my high end zone from behind. Again, we're looking at it at full speed. That's how the officials look at it. I don't see anything that's clearly early. I'm going to go to my high right. Is there anything, a grab? I don't see. I mean, this is a bang-bang play. It might be a frame or two early, but that's not pass interference. So I have to review. The ruling on the field stands.
VP of officiating, Dean Blandino.
Pass interference, second down.
And you know Ricky Prohl, former wide receiver, does not agree with that. But what I love about Dean Blandino, and you heard it there, he's going to watch it full speed, just like the referee does. He's not going to get so granular to add a penalty when it's a bang-bang play. It may be a frame or two early, but it's a bang-bang play live. Didn't warrant enough to overturn that or to add a penalty when it wasn't there. I love the standard that Dean sets on these plays. He's not just going to give it to you.
Can they take advantage after the turnover? Second down for Luis Perez in the Battlehawks offense. Perez gets it complete inside the 10 to 6'5" Hakeem Butler. First and goal, St. Louis. They have one timeout remaining.
And that's a good time to use it. You're going to throw into the end zone from here on out.
Yeah,
so don't necessarily need that timeout.
No, I just gave up the timeout. Okay, if you feel good about it, buddy, you got to be ready. Hey, they want to run. You got to run it now. Hey, let's go.
And zero timeout. Everybody on the field.
Listening to Ricky Prohl, you get the sense that he understands the urgency of this opportunity. The interception just before halftime, a chance to cut into this lead.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of a disagreement on some of the red zone play calling between Ricky Prohl and A.J. Smith, and you heard right there, great audio. You want to run it? He said to A.J. Smith. I think A.J.'s thinking a run play here on 3rd and 1. The problem is they just used their last time out. So if you pick it up, you got to have a second play where you got to get on it and clock it right away to stop that clock to give yourself an opportunity to throw the ball into the end zone, because a field goal's not going to cut it here.
Kevin Sumlin, the head coach for the Gamblers. Ricky Prohl, the head coach for St. Louis. His first year taking over St. Louis after Anthony Beck is now leading Orlando. No timeouts remain for the Battlehawks. 3rd down and 1. Big crowd here at the Dome.
Zebra. Turbo. Ready to go.
Perez on 3rd and 1. He threw it behind the intended target, McBride.
So they didn't opt to run the football, and now they're in a 4th and 1, and they will kick the field goal.
Yeah, I mean.
Ramiz Ahmed comes on for the field goal attempt.
Heard from the audio there, I think A.J. Smith was expecting man coverage. That was the play call designed to attack it, and they got a zone look. So nowhere to go for Luis Perez.
Just a 25-yard field goal attempt. And the interception turns into 3 points before halftime.
Cannot say enough about Houston's defense. Got put in an extremely tough situation there. Backed up before half. Held them to just a field goal. Only 119 yards for the St. Louis offense. This Houston defense showed up.
Remember, just a 10-game regular season, and coming down the stretch, this playoff chase is fascinating. Week 9 in the UFL will kick off Friday night when Orlando hosts DC. Then we will be on the call on ABC Saturday at 3 p.m. Birmingham taking on Columbus. Birmingham has a real chance. They play tomorrow. Then they have that game next week against Columbus. They could be making a playoff push. And it's Dallas at Louisville on Fox on Sunday before St. Louis and Houston get their rematch.
Which one? Head-scratching first half for the St. Louis offense with Luis Perez making his second start after the trade. They got to get into the locker room at halftime, make some adjustments. Running the football was definitely the positive takeaway. I expect him to get back to that in the second half.
Upended hard is Lawrence Keys the third. You can see a St. Louis player slow to get up at the end of that kickoff coverage.
That's Trey Dean,
who's starting at safety today.
They're already down 2 starters in the back end. He replaced Jordan Mosley, and Daniel Isom went out as well.
Victory. I was going to go.
That secondary is very, very thin for St. Louis.
On the ball. On the quick.
Hunter Decker's going to take a knee here, close out this first half. 20-9. The home team. Big favorite, big home field advantage consistently, and the biggest regular season home deficit at halftime for St. Louis in their UFL history, down 11. Brock.
Coach, playoff berth on the line. It wasn't the prettiest first half, but you made a big play defensively, and then you were able to come away with some points right there before the half. What will the message be to your team?
We got to stop them on defense. We got to get off the field. I mean, they're killing us with the RPOs. They've done a great job. And then offensively, we need to get consistent. We need to get into a rhythm, quick passing game, run game. They're doing a good job defensively as well, putting pressure on Luis.
Thank you, Coach. Best of luck. Now over to Tom Luganville on the Houston sideline.
Well, Coach, listen, big stop defensively after that turnover. But you guys have played good football in the first half. How do you get this football team to finish?
Well, that's what we're trying to do. You know, we got greedy there. I got to be smarter than that. But our defense bailed us out with a field goal. So, you know, we're playing pretty good. We got to just keep clicking offensively. And you know, we move the ball pretty well, except for one series. So, you know, it's just turn it over again. So, you know, we can't be, you know, you just can't be scared to do things. So, you know, we're having a tough time with the run game. But you know, we've made yards through the air, and we're going to have to continue to do that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Kevin Sumlin's team got the pick 6 with Kerry Vincent Jr. scoring earlier today. His quarterback, Hunter Decker's 2 touchdowns in this first half. They have a 20-9 lead. Halftime here in St. Louis. When we return, Battlehawks tight end Tyler Neville and his remarkable journey to pro football. Don't go anywhere. Much more to come. The UFL here in St. Louis. Halftime here in St. Louis, the underdog Gamblers, a 20-9 lead. St. Louis was just 1 of 6 on third down in that first half. Brock is on that St. Louis sideline.
Well, guys, for St. Louis, it's really simple in the second half. Offensively, they have to eliminate eliminate penalties. There's just been too many pre-snap penalties. They're shooting themselves in the foot. When you're trailing, you can't go backwards. And then you also need to establish the run. If you can run the football, everything is going to come off of that. Your play action game, everything's going to be better. You have to remember, quarterback Luis Perez, he's only been here 2 weeks, so help him out offensively by running the football. And then defensively, you got to get to the quarterback. Hunter Deckers is way too comfortable. St. Louis came into the game leading the league in sacks, but 0 on the day. Now over to Houston sideline with Tom.
Thank you, Brock. Well, listen, I think it's a very simple formula here for Houston. Number one, protect the football. It's that simple. And number two, play smart. This is a team in the Houston Gamblers that has found ways to lose games through sloppy play, penalties, turnovers, not being able to finish in the second half. Quarterback Hunter Dekkers has played great football outside of one play. They got to finish this game, don't overcomplicate it, and play smart. Now for some second half lines, Tyler Fulgham.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Great first half for the Houston Gamblers. Bad first half for the public gambling as Houston has the lead 20-9. The total has adjusted live line to 52.5. Open at kickoff 45.5. So the overbettors are trending well. I may still jump on the over of the live line, mostly because I still think St. Louis can win this game. And to do so, they're going to need to score points. They've been in the red zone 3 times, but had to settle for field goals. If they can turn those into touchdowns, we could really see a lot of points here in the second half.
Yeah, Tyler, always nice to grab the favored team at home when they have to have a comeback, and you're looking for that over. That could be the case here in this second half. The progressive first half stats shape up this way.
Yeah, it's pretty simple for the Battlehawks. Give the ball to Jarvion Howard. You just have 119 total yards. Only 38 of that rushing yards, and you have the UFL's leading rusher. They got to get back to running the football and then find Hakeem Butler. He's only got 2 receptions for 25 yards. One of the best in the UFL. Luis Perez has got to find a way to get on the page with his big 6'5", 240-pound receiver and see if they can't get back in this game here on the first drive of the second half.
They receive the second half kickoff. We often talk about the home field advantage, the atmosphere here at the Dome at America's Center. As you know, the biggest crowds consistently in pro spring football in recent years, and that kept up right here through the UFL. This is the biggest regular season home deficit at halftime for St. Louis in their UFL history. Down 11. We will see how they react. Perez 9 of 16, 85 yards, and threw that pick 6 in the first half. And they will have the ball to start this second half, trying to mount a comeback that will secure them a spot in the postseason. Here's Gary Jennings Jr. Tries to bounce it out to the left, and he is smothered just beyond the 30-yard line. The long road taken by Luis Perez, the best player in Division II football back in the day. And then all the stops in pro football, including when the USFL came back into existence with New Jersey. He threw the first touchdown in the new USFL history, and he's been a star in the UFL. Traded from Dallas midseason to St. Louis.
Ready to go. Hut, hut.
Play action, quick strike, and it's incomplete. It was right in the hands of Butler for a moment, but Vincent was there defensively. Remember, he had the pick 6 earlier.
Here we go. Trips right, Y quick motion, Denver punch. Trips right, Y quick motion, Denver punch.
But one of the things that A.J. Smith loved most about getting a guy like Luis Perez is his ability to adjust things at the line of scrimmage. I'd love him to allow him to give a false cadence, see what the defense is doing, make an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. Just haven't done a ton of that.
Second down, here's Howard as he works his way just beyond the 35-yard line, tackled by Rashard Lawrence.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yep. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, what do you got, 11? Still 11. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, orange, 1 wide. Orange, 1 wide.
Hey, 590.
Guys. Hey, he's going to block. They checked it to cover 2.
Go.
They checked it to 2.
Okay.
Third down and 5.
Ready to go. Hut, hut.
Perez, that snap was off center, and now he's scrambling, and he gets it complete for a first down as McBride is still going downfield, weaving his way down to the 36-yard line of Houston.
Boy, watch the snap. Slow and to the right. Perez does a great job, but it's the pocket movement. Keeps his eyes downfield to find McBride, and a great pickup. You felt like they needed that. Going 3 and out to start the second half would have completely taken the wind out of the sails of this Battlehawks team. This feels like it gave this crowd and this offense some life here.
28-yard reception by McBride. That's their first play over 20 yards this afternoon. This is Frank Darby as he makes it to the 30-yard line, and a late flag comes in from the back judge.
On who?
I've got an illegal low block on number 18 of the defense.
Who's that on?
Number 18 of the defense during the run.
Oh, nice.
Illegal low block, number 18 of the defense.
Back that on.
Catch your breath, catch your breath.
15 yard, or is it, where are we at? Where's the run at? Half? All right. Half. What's the number again, Justin? 18?
Number 18.
During the run, personal foul, illegal low block, number 18 of the defense. Half the distance for the goal, automatic first down.
Yeah, Major Burns here trying to take the legs out of left tackle Richard Garage. They don't want you doing that. Back in the day, you saw a big 300-pounder running at you. You went for his ankles all day, but player safety being the importance of that being a penalty on Burns.
So the ball all of a sudden down to the 15-yard line of Houston.
We're ready to go.
Perez looks to the left, comes back to the center to his tight end. That is Tyler Neville. We shared with you the amazing story of Tyler Neville and his journey, medical adversity overcome throughout his life. 8 months of chemotherapy, became cancer-free, and he's been an inspiration to so many.
It's such a weapon in the red zone, especially down in the low red zone. A couple touchdowns inside the 10-yard line. And a big part of this run game as St. Louis is going to hand it off here on second and short.
Ready to go.
Kylan James trying to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Brendan Miller the first to get there.
All right, it's all right. Come on. Hey.
Well, Tyler Neville just had the catch moments ago. Hats off to Heroes, the initiative, a military family, the Neville family. See his father, Captain Tommy Neville, retired from the Navy after 31 years. His brother Tommy, a lieutenant in the Navy. His brother Trey, an Army captain. What a family of service they are. 3rd down and 6. Perez to the corner of the end zone, and it is overthrown. He was looking for Blake Jackson.
Boy, that is just a miss from Luis Perez as you hear and see the frustration. Had a wide open receiver, Blake Jackson, for a touchdown. His strong suit is not throwing off platform. He's a guy that operates really well in balance, in rhythm, in the pocket. That time falling away to his left, just sailed that one over the head of Jackson.
Ramiz Ahmed coming in for the field goal attempt. This will be a 29-yarder. And it is no good. So that drive goes without a score. A missed 29-yarder. Hey, Boomer's in the booth. Chris Berman is here for Hats Off to Heroes. We'll visit with Boomer when we come back.
Kelly sat out the 1983 NFL season and joined the USFL in 1984, where he set league records with the Houston Gamblers run and shoot offense, scoring for almost 10,000 yards in 2 years. When the league folded, Kelly did indeed play for the Bills. So began a love affair between the quarterback and the city of Buffalo.
That was the incomparable Chris Berman back talking about those Houston Gamblers as we're broadcasting these Houston Gamblers here in the UFL. Boom, it was great to have you in the booth here. What a nice surprise.
My voice sounded so young. Now it's like a Rod Stewart, it's kind of raspy.
It's rich. It's venerable.
I got my Battlehawks colors on. It's a nice scene here. I know this is for St. Louis, and I've come to about a game a year. Here at the Battlehawks. You didn't know that. The crowd is a little mellower, and of course they've given them only field goals, and they gave up a big 6.
We got to get them back in this.
Because, 30,000, I would imagine for any of the players on any of the teams to come in here, whether you're Battlehawks or Houston, this is the biggest crowd that they can get, right? During
Absolutely.
30,000 if they do.
Consistently been the best in the UFL, no doubt about it. As Houston, underdog Houston team coached by Kevin Sumlin with a 20-9 lead right now is incomplete. Hey, listen, you've been around pro football for your entire career. What the UFL is doing right now, to me, feels like they're gathering momentum in the right way. How do you view it?
I agree. But here's what I see when I come here. Once a year, and it's been about 3, now 4 years. Young fans with their blue shirts, Battlehawks. They don't really, 10, 12 years old, and they get a call to play, but they don't really know from the St. Louis Rams other than what their mom and dad might tell them.
Right.
So this is like...
They're learning who Ricky Prohl is.
Yes, and it's fun, and it's affordable, and it's kind of how I became... I'm an AFL guy at Chase Stadium. What was that in 1964 and 65?
And you keep it on the ground with Major here.
In the AFL in the 60s?
Yes, they did.
I didn't know that.
Well, see, you're so... Do you remember the St. Louis Rams? I'm kidding.
Well, yes, I do remember
I'm
that.
playing with you, Jordan. I'm playing with you. You know, it was fun with Ricky. I saw him before. You know, for a guy that nationwide might forget a little, some of the best clutch moments.
Oh, NFC Championship.
Receiver, NFC Championship, 2 Super Bowls. One, it was a tying touchdown, but then Vinatieri kicked a field goal for New England against the Rams. But Ricky caught one with 1.5 minutes to go.
Absolutely. There's Merritt on the run. And it's a good one past midfield. And first-year head coach for Ricky. It's always interesting, I think, when somebody said they were a star player, then they become the head coach. Man, he's got a good grasp for it, Boo. He really does.
He just to finish it, Carolina, he caught the tying touchdown for Carolina from Jake Daylight coming. You got a Delhomme. You remember that? And Ricky, you know, he's lost a few, as we all have. Not you. You're perfect quaff. And you too, Joe. But I said we used to call him Prohl shampoo. I went, it doesn't really apply anymore. He liked that.
They're going to keep it on the ground here with Merritt, who shuffles his way out to the right, lowers the pads, and Houston on the go here.
That was my childhood, just so you know. That little Delhomme.
Yeah.
All those.
He could do this all day long.
Listening to you was my childhood on highlights. Didn't have Twitter or cell phones back then. You know, it was tuning into Sports Center and listening to you break down the highlights. Like, that was it. That was all I
know. What? We were so young, we didn't know any better. That's really the truth.
We go back. Yeah.
There's White on the run. All of a sudden you say Houston Gamblers. Does that mean your brain just like short circuit here as you're thinking about like Ice Cube McNeil and some of these guys back in the day?
Well, and Jim had all the receivers, and a lot of them, you know, a lot of them went on to the NFL. A lot of guys from that league, Jim Kelly obviously won, made a name for themselves in the NFL. It can happen. So I'll get to the answer to your question, but you got to call another play.
This is going to be a first down as Kirkland comes up with the reception for Houston.
The only thing I would say is look, you're making new young fans in springtime in all the cities, not only St. Louis, giving some players maybe a chance. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with playing a few more years before you go out and do something else. I've got some football in me. I want to play. I know I'm not going to get paid a ton. I like it anyway. You know, hats off to these players, or helmets off, I should say.
Incomparable Chris Berman here in the booth in St. Louis. Always great to visit with you, my friend.
Listen,
30 years of knowing you, getting advice, and being a friend.
We still allow you back in Connecticut.
For summertime, a nice barbecue and a little Pepe's pizza.
Nobody said you were
30 years of knowing you, 3 minutes. It's been a pleasure.
Nice to see you, but
as advertised.
You know?
I'm just hoping I hold on to it as long as.
Tell me about it.
You guys have.
Tell me about it.
Always great to visit with Chris Berman in that St. Louis blue.
And Bill Bonnell in the truck. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the best of all time. This is complete as he's able to find Javonte Payton. A missed opportunity for St. Louis on one end, and now Houston with a good-looking, well-managed drive with Hunter Deckers on the other end.
Trey left open. Liz Wilson, snag. S1. Liz Wilson. Man.
First down. Here's Yarns. The 20-yard line.
Well, I'm just thoroughly impressed with Hunter Deckers.
Hill, Rip Wanda.
As Eric Price
C-Jet,
sends in the play call.
Pass Rip Wanda. Baltimore. Hill, Rip Wanda.
13 of 16, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. The one mistake on the pick 6, but he's going up against the best defense in the UFL and making it look easy right now, once again, on another long drive.
Second down and 5. Deckers got time to find an option downfield, but he overthrows Justin Hall, who is covered by Sean Fresh.
We're good. Great coverage by Fresh, who's had to move around a little bit because of the injuries in the secondary. Remember, no more Jordan Mosley, Daniel Isom, Trey Dean. 3 guys out of that secondary.
We're down at 5. Deckers to the end zone, and it's incomplete just beyond Moreno Cropper. Evan Clark was there defensively. So they will send on John Hoyland for a field goal attempt.
It felt like a chance to put the dagger in St. Louis here. I know it's just the 3rd quarter, but that is a big stop for this defense as the offense still sputters and is hoping to get something going in the 3rd quarter here, but a big stop.
37-yard attempt from Hoyland. As he puts it through, and Houston extends their lead. St. Louis trying to come back and clinch a playoff spot, but Houston out in front in control. UFL will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. And our crew's so honored that we will be broadcasting the United Bowl, the championship of the UFL. And tickets are on sale with great seats still available for only $20. You can visit UFL.com/tickets or scan the QR code to buy your tickets today if you want in on the action of the UFL. Of course, as for the United Bowl, the one thing we know is that the Orlando Storm are in the postseason. They are 6-2. DC had an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot today, but they lost to a really pesky upstart Louisville team. And here, the road dog, Houston, has come on the road, and they have this 23-9 lead against St. Louis, who, if they win today, they can clinch a playoff spot.
Let's go, come on.
It really felt like coming into today, the Storm, the Battlehawks defenders were in a league of their own.
Yes.
It's really not starting to feel like that as much anymore with the Kings looking the way they do. The Stallions with Dorian Thompson-Robinson at quarterback are completely different. The Gamblers here looking really good with the healthy Hunter Deckers. Like, this league is still wide open outside of Orlando right now, sitting pretty as the #1 seed.
You bring up DTR, of course, NFL starting experience. They play tomorrow at home, so they could grab a win there, and then we see them next week against Columbus. They are very much in the hunt. Hakeem Butler, the intended target. That was denied by Kerry Vincent, who had the pick 6 earlier.
Red.
Trips to split zone.
Trips right. Trips right. X drag. F angle Aggie. X drag. F angle Aggie. 581.
Here's my biggest frustration with this St. Louis offense is that Hakeem Butler lines up in almost the same spot every single snap. Always on the left. This time he's going to be running a drag route here.
Tuck inside, Roman.
But it's really easy for the defense to game plan how they're going to guard him. 2 guys go within that play.
That ball was behind and didn't have a lot on it, intended for Pearson as Walker made a play on it.
Yeah, watch 2 guys go with Hakeem Butler right here. These 2 guys are going to run with Hakeem Butler, so Ja'Cour Pearson is the read, and that's just a miss. Another miss by Luis Perez. That ball is going to be out in front and thrown with some velocity.
That's right, Jordan. Back-to-back plays where if Perez puts that football out in front of his target, it's probably a big play, but that's what you get when a quarterback just arrives 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you know what it is, Brock, and you've been there before, is it's your thinking. You're not reacting. You're not throwing.
Yeah, you don't have that natural chemistry built with your receiver core yet.
And you're trying to place the football as opposed to reacting, being confident, and letting it rip. And that's just what we're seeing out of Luis Perez in his second start here.
As he throws it short of McBride, and St. Louis is now just 2 of 9 on 3rd down.
How deep is he going?
The other thing, too, guys, is Luis Perez does not have good ball control right now. I don't know if it's the grip, if he's rushing it. It's not coming pure off of his hand.
We have no timing.
It's a sky punt by Sanborn, who turns it over and drives it all the way to the 21. Justin Hall on the return as he tries to split the coverage and makes it towards the 35-yard line. Well, UFL action continues tomorrow. It'll be 1 Eastern on Fox. And that is when Birmingham looks to stay hot. The Stallions take on the Columbus Aviators. They host them. Birmingham trying to get to win number 4. DTR now the starting quarterback there. They had a big overtime win a week ago. We were down there to call that. They could be gathering a lot of momentum down the stretch.
Yeah, A.J. McCarron is a first-time head coach, really has this team getting better and better as the year goes on.
Deckers. Pocket collapsing, and he is taken down. That was Pita again. Talmoy Payno with the sack.
Well, the defensive player of the year last year is always dangerous when he gets on the outside. They're trying to double team him there, but you got a tight end that's trying to solo block after a little bit of help from the right tackle. You're not going to be able to do that on Pita Talmoy.
Guys, pay attention to the right guard, Gareth Warren. One of the ways Houston's trying to deal with this noise is they're going to tap the center on the hip, but you're also giving away the snap count every time you do it.
Dealing with the noise here with the big crowd at the Dome. Out into space, but wrapped up right away at the 32-yard line was Kirkland.
That's a really good point, Luke. Every time the defensive front sees that guard turn and tap the hip of the center, they know it's the next moment that ball is going to be snapped.
Exactly, and what's happening is it doesn't just affect the inside guys of the defense. The edge guys get the same look too, so gives you that extra explosive step.
Here's 3rd down and 12, a big opportunity for the St. Louis defense. Deckers incomplete. He couldn't connect with Lawrence Keys.
Well, they're going to walk 5 up, and the pass rush to this side is going to force Deckers to fall away from this throw a little bit. He's not had an opportunity to thread the needle there, but this is what St. Front is the best in the UFL. They needed them to start to take over this game, and that's a good start.
Rivers on to punt.
I tell you what, Jordan, there's an energy down here on the St. Louis sideline. Not been here since the first quarter.
They nearly blocked it. Fresh on the return. And you can sense it in the building. Brock mentioned that was Frank Darby, the wide receiver who plays special teams. Look at how close he is to coming up with this.
Wow, I don't know how he didn't get it. You want to dive and try to take that right off the foot. Maybe if his hands got down a little bit more as opposed to being up. Well, that is inches away from being a game-changing block by Frank Darby.
Well, listen, a guy like Tom Luganville, whose son is a college snapper, knows when you talk about tenths of a second in the operations, that's it.
Yep.
The revolution of a ball alone would have determined whether or not that's a block or not. Right, Lukes?
Absolutely.
Here's Howard. Nothing there. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage by Joyner.
Go, 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 go. Trips left up, 861 juke special. Trips left up, 861 juke special.
Hey, 861, I want ready. Hey, come on.
Coming up on a minute to play
nice
here
and easy here
in the 3rd quarter and trailing by 14 at home.
You hear A.J. Smith saying, step into it. Giving you something easy here.
Perez downfield, and it's intercepted again, and it's Major Burns, the former LSU Tiger star, with an interception here in the final minute of the third quarter.
I'm telling you, one thing that is really affecting Luis Perez is the snap. It has been consistently high and to the right, and that takes his eyes for a second away from the defense. And as a quarterback, that kind of speeds you up. You almost start to panic a little bit because you're late getting your eyes where you want them to be. Normally, if that snap is right on the numbers, you don't even really need to look at it. Your eyes never leave the defense. You see it in your peripheral, but him having to reach high with one hand and grab every snap is disrupting the confidence in the eyes of Luis Perez. That's not a throw we usually see him make.
You're so right, Jordan, but the other thing, you got to see where that safety is pre-snap. He was cheated to Hakeem Butler. I get it. You want to get Butler the football. He's a big-time playmaker, but if the safety's cheated that far, Luis knows he needs to work the other side.
And you know why he was cheated over there? Because they don't move Hakeem Butler. He's always over there, so they can double team him anytime they want.
That's right. Too easy right now for Houston.
And now Houston takes over, and they'll stay on the ground with Jalen White.
Line up in 11. Rip Scar.
Hey, Rip Scar.
White stacks.
Rip Scar. Hey, take our time here. Take our time. Rip Scar.
Might have the slant here.
Yep.
4-2. Yes, that's one.
Apex. No, 4-1. Apex 4-1.
There's White with the carry, but this defense for Houston, another interception. This defense came in struggling on the road. They were allowing a league worst 35 points per game away from home. They're headed to the fourth quarter, holding St. Louis to 9 points, trying to close in on a really big road win. We will have the fourth quarter when we return to St. Louis. Back here in St. Louis, we're coming into today. The opportunity existed. Win, and the home team Battlehawks clinch a playoff spot, but they are in a 14-point hole as we start this fourth quarter. 2 turnovers, 1 goes for a pick 6, Jordan.
Yeah, Luis Perez is just struggling to see things today. And what stands out, 2 best receivers for St. Louis. Hakeem Butler, 2 receptions, just 25 yards. Ja'Cour Pearson, 0 receptions. He's a slot guy. Get him a quick, easy throw. See if Perez can get back in rhythm and help them get back into this game. It's not over yet. Got a whole fourth quarter, just down 14.
And Brock, they are not used to this here. This has been a dominating home field advantage. Now they trail to start a fourth quarter at home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is unknown territory for the Battlehawks. In the Battle Dome, they've been excellent the last couple years. But I'm with Jordan, and that's what you're hearing out of these players on the St. Louis sideline. They're saying, listen, guys, it's still a 2-possession game. We have an entire quarter. Hang in there and take it 1 play at a time.
Loops?
Yeah, I tell you, if you're Houston, hang on, baby, because that's exactly what they have not been able to do in previous contests. They've got to finish this fourth quarter. Don't beat yourself. Protect the football, and they can come out victorious.
Well, their defense has been outstanding. St. Louis just 2 of 9 on 3rd down as Houston starts the fourth quarter with the ball facing a 3rd and 3. Hunter Deckers has had a good day at quarterback. Quick out, and it's incomplete. He couldn't connect with Moreno Cropper.
Can't throw a 4-step out, I guess.
Come on, Trop. Come on, Trop. Come on.
I see the frustration there from Eric Price. That is a tough throw to make. Tight coverage. The ball was right there, but the timing had to be so perfect. Cropper wasn't able to get his head around and get his hands on that one. And a big stop from St. Louis.
Rivers. It's a short punt. And it takes a bounce. A lot of traffic there. As we look at our game flow, brought to you by Progressive.
Boy, a roller coaster ride is one way to put it. Hunter Deckers, great job getting outside the pocket twice to find gamblers, receivers downfield for touchdowns. He was injured week 2, and he has come back with the fury in the Houston Gamblers defense. Kerry Vincent put them on the board with the pick 6. And then Major Burns with the interception just a few minutes ago. But St. Louis has kind of held serve.
Ready to go.
On defense.
Perez. This is Latulis out of the backfield as a flag is down as Perez was taken down to the turf.
personal
Boy, Perez
foul.
took a really
Roughing the
bad-looking
passer,
shot to his knee.
number 95 with a
Good to
low
see him
hit
up
to the
blocking.
quarterback. 15-yard penalty is added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Hey, Mike.
Israel Antoine committed the penalty.
He's trying to set up an easy screen to Kylan James. Or Kevon Latulis, excuse me. There's the low hit.
Hey, Joe Frank. Hey, 591. I want it.
And the longtime Spring King, veteran quarterback of spring pro football, make a comeback here for the Battlehawks.
Ready to go. Hard, hard.
Perez, here's Latulis on the swing. As he's past midfield and still working his way for more yardage. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 10. And that is a first down. Well, Ricky Prohl knows all about the home field advantage of the Dome. They are 12-3 at home over a 15-game stretch. 3-0 this year.
590.
Another big crowd here for UFL week number 8. Remember, top 4 teams make the postseason.
Hey, Louis out, gotta go. Turbo, 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 turbo. Ready to go.
Perez gets it out quickly and connects, and Blake Jackson finds space, and he is on the go. Ball is out, but it harmlessly goes out of bounds.
Oh, and that is when Luis Perez is at his best. He's going to see blitz coming here, so he slides the line that side to pick it up, and then replaces with the quick throw to Blake Jackson, who does the rest with his legs. But that's what I was asking for earlier in the game. Give Perez some freedom and time at the line of scrimmage to adjust things. That's when he's at his best.
860 on one, ready?
And just 2 plays ago, he looked out to his receivers and said, keep an eye on my hand signals.
Hey, what do you got?
So he's very capable of adjusting routes at the line of scrimmage as well with some hand signals, which is new for this Battlehawks team since Perez came into the building.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
20-yard reception, first down, St. Louis. Perez to the end zone, and complete off the hands of Darby.
Oh, it's just one of those days. This one a few inches too high to Frank Darby. Perez does a great job of stepping up in this pocket as it's condensing around him. And these type of days as a quarterback, you just need your guy to make an unbelievable catch one of these times. I mean, it wasn't perfect. And that would have been a heck of a catch from Darby, but they need someone to make a play like that at some point here.
Ready to go.
Perez able to connect underneath to Pearson. And that is a first down, St. Louis.
Their first reception for Ja'Cour Pearson on the day. Leads the team in receptions coming into today. A.J. Smith finally getting him involved.
Ace left, H jet sweep, Denver, YNF arc, Z glance, Z glance, Z glance, YNF arc, Z glance.
9 seconds. Hey, Broncos, YNF arc.
We gotta go, we gotta go.
Broncos, YNF arc. They gotta go. Gotta go.
Critical drive to cash in if they want to work out of this hole, and a timeout is called by Luis Perez and the Battlehawks. Their first timeout of this second half. And just keep in mind also the unique rules of the UFL, where you can have a 9-point possession, you can have a 4-point field goal, and you can retain possession without having to have the fickle nature of an onside kick. They offer up the 4th and 12 after a score to retain possession.
I tell you what, guys, St. Louis needs to be more concise with their operation down here in the red area. You can't have the play clock running down the way it is, shifting the back and then running motion, and you burn a timeout. You're better off just lining up and running a play.
On one, ready?
Yeah, play call's got to come in quicker to help Perez out with all the traffic he's dealing with at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Monday. Hey, kill.
And now he's checking.
Turbo, turbo. Ready to go.
First down. They're going to keep it on the ground with Howard. As he gets to the 6-yard line.
Trips left.
You heard the kill pre-snap. That's because Houston was playing a too high safety look. You want to kill the pass play, get to a run, and get those positive yards. Great job by Perez.
Weak left. Weak left.
Boy, keep an eye on Neville here. He's their guy down in the red zone.
Second down. Wide open is Neville and right in. Tyler Neville. We shared with you all the adversity he has overcome in life. The foundation that he started, the good work he does in the community after battling cancer. Underwent 20 surgeries before he was 18 years old. He was born without hearing. He battled cancer. And the former Virginia Cavalier with the touchdown here as St. Louis looks to draw back into this game.
That's what it looks like. Let's go. Good job. Hey, that's what it looks like.
Remember, a win today and St. Louis clinches a playoff spot. Seven-yard touchdown reception by Tyler Neville. And the extra point is good. And they trail by only 7.
I circled Neville, not because I'm that smart, because I heard the play call. It was Y quick motion, Z crack. And you're going to see this ball thrown behind the line of scrimmage, so the Z is able to crack the linebacker because it's not a forward pass. It's behind the line of scrimmage. Great little play call. I wish it was that smart that I could just predict it, but I just heard A.J. Smith.
That's what makes you a great analyst. 7 plays, 71 yards. And Tyler Neville with a touchdown catch. We'll continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. Well, the nature of this league, 10 games, a lot of parity, quarterbacks emerging, trades that impact things. The favorites early on this season, remember, Dallas was 3-0. Now Dallas has stumbled. It was D.C. who everybody was high on. D.C. lost today to Louisville, who's surging, and Jordan Ta'amu, their star quarterback, left that game injured. So here we are now coming down the stretch of this season as Ricky Prohl's St. Louis team tries to continue this comeback here at home and clinch a playoff spot. And only Orlando has clinched the postseason, Jordan.
Yeah, Houston very much still in the mix. The Stallions looking like one of the better teams in the UFL, as you mentioned, with a new quarterback. A lot of change and a lot of ball left to play here in the UFL as these playoff spots are still wide open.
Tyler Neville just had the touchdown catch for St. Louis in the second half for Houston. Their drives, a field goal, a 3-and-out, a 3-and-out. Can they respond here with 10.5 minutes to play in this fourth quarter? Davis on the return. And Davis takes it out just beyond the 30-yard line. Let's bring in Tyler Fulgham, our betting analyst. Tyler.
Yeah, Joe, I just want to notify our bettors out there. At DraftKings right now, the Battlehawks on the live line are a 6.5-point underdog, plus 6.5. So that means if they just stay within 6.5 points the rest of this game, you win that bet. However, with the momentum clearly in their favor, I think that's a strong wager to consider. I still think they can come back, tie this game, win this game in regulation with the way the momentum's going, the way that Houston has struggled in the second half. So just notifying our bettors out there, plus 6.5 live on the Battlehawks is available.
And this place is getting loud with support and momentum for the home team, St. Louis. Deckers chased down and taken down. Peter Toimopenu again playing a major role.
Boy, we talked about it earlier. Watch the right guard. They are triggering off of that right there. And Taumapenu on a stunt on the inside with the jump on the snap count was all over it. Houston has got to change up the snap count, get the ball out of Decker's hands quickly, because right now this front four is all over it.
Second St. Louis sack. Both have come in this half. It is so loud here in the Dome right now. Deckers looking to extend the play, and he gets it complete to Keys, who's wrapped up immediately. But it is going to be third and as long as can be.
Better in a draw. There we go. Empty right. Rip, sketch, White Shock, Ohio.
Oh, man.
Rip, sketch, White Shock,
Huge
Ohio.
opportunity for the defense. Largest fan base in the UFL. Can they make an impact here on 3rd and 18 as Deckers is going to run it and is chopped down short of the original line of scrimmage? That was Michael Barrett with the tackle. Third straight 3 and out for Houston.
I can't yell go on that.
And the best defensive front in all of the UFL is making their presence felt. That is 3 straight drives where they have absolutely stymied this Houston offense.
Rivers to punt again. Sean Fresh back to return. Remember, he had a 49-yard return earlier today. This is a sky punt outside the numbers, well driven all the way back to the 14-yard line. And the coverage unit doing their job of corralling Sean Fresh. So now the stage is set. And this is why you trade for a veteran like Luis Perez. Just over 8 minutes to play, trailing by 7.
And really important for A.J. Smith to get these play calls in quickly. Allow your veteran quarterback to see the defense, make adjustments. That's when he's at his best. Last couple drives, the plays have been coming in so late, they've been rushed to the snap. And Perez hasn't looked like himself.
581, X-Nag F Will, Aggies E up. X-Nag F Will.
581. Oh, ready to go.
581.
Will.
So they got a wheel route to the 3 receiver side and a quick throw to Hakeem Butler at the bottom if he wants it.
Perez will go to James, the running back. With the extra effort, he's going to be close to that line to gain. And it's a first down, St. Louis.
And I love this, going a little tempo, right? A little sugar huddle. Get to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Perez. There's a lot of contact, but no flag. Hakeem Butler locked up with Kerry Vincent, and you can hear the reaction at the Dome.
Well, there's a lot of contact on the outside. Kerry Vincent working on Hakeem Butler. To me, that's pass interference. He's got the left hand completely wrapped around of him. He restricts Butler's ability to go back and make a play on the ball. I think they missed that one.
Put him back.
First and 15, you got.
Yep.
Second down, right?
No.
They just announced, by the way, a 5-yard penalty on the offense for an eligible man downfield.
X-Cube, yep. Hey, 860 on one, ready? Gotta go. Here we go. Ready to go.
So it's 1st and 15.
Hard.
Perez. That never had a chance.
Yeah, big miscommunication with Ja'Cour Pearson there.
Trio right up, 860, Georgia special mesh. Trio right up, 860, Georgia special mesh. Go.
Hey, 860 on dummy, ready?
Hey. Trio, Georgia, get in here, Georgia.
Hey, tell him. Hey.
We're gonna hold it.
All right,
10 seconds.
Ready to go.
Here we go on the mesh.
Hard.
2nd and 15. Perez goes underneath to Neville again. Neville squares those shoulders and fights his way for a first down. What an effort by Tyler Neville.
Well, it's a great job by Blake Jackson coming here, getting in the way of the DB, but not contacting him to give Neville the step.
Neville quickly came off the field at the end of that play to go see a trainer on the sideline. First down after the 16 yards after the catch. 17-yard reception. James. Good spin move. And Kylan James is out past midfield. Here come the Battlehawks.
Boy, sometimes it takes just one extra effort from a guy like Tyler Neville to spark an offense. Now the only issue is James Bostic, the backup tight end, is injured, so they don't have another tight end right now. They're going to have to live in 10 personnel, 1 running back, 4 wide receivers.
You can see how upset Tyler Neville is. Perez connects again. This to the 45-yard line to McBride.
And this is when he's at his best, right? You spread it out, you get the ball out of his hands quickly, you give him time to diagnose at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 91 C true streak, F fast check, Will and Dill. 91. Get him to the line quick. 91 C true streak, Will and Dill. Will and Dill, what you like. You got 15 seconds. Give me a steak. Hey, I need a steak.
St. Louis clinches a playoff spot with a win. They trailed by 14 just moments ago. Now down by 7. Perez complete to the 40-yard line. It will be 3rd down from there as Jacor Pearson, the former Ole Miss star, has the reception.
And that's Luis Perez taking over. Look at pre-snap. He kind of brushes his right shoulder. That was a late signal. This is something he's been working on with his receivers the last couple weeks.
Eli Walker, who was a great player at Kansas State, is still down on the turf as the medical team looks at the safety for Houston. We'll take a break. Under 5 minutes to go, St. Louis trying to come all the way back.
Welcome to a place I once called home. This is the calm before the storm, but soon 20,000 Montreal maniacs will storm the castle dressed in blue, blanc, et rouge. Buckle up, Buffalo. I'll see you at 8 p.m. Eastern for Game 6.
Now, PK's got me fired up for that one. In Montreal tonight, Sabres facing elimination for the first time in the Stanley Cup playoffs this season. Buffalo and Montreal coming your way tonight on ABC. Game 6 at 8 Eastern. ABC, of course, home to the Stanley Cup final. 3rd down and 3 for St. Louis.
4 down territory, guys.
And Tyler Neville, their tight end's kind of been the go-to in these situations. He went to the locker room. I'd keep my eyes on Jacor Pearson.
If I check Detroit, they go 2-man, okay? Be ready for Detroit. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all want ready? You gotta go. Let's
St.
go.
Louis is just 2 of 9 on 3rd down this afternoon. That has been one of the real struggles.
Ready to go. Hut.
Perez. A little bit of pressure on him. He was looking for McBride, but it was Rashard Lawrence, the former LSU star defensive tackle, disrupting things. So here's your 4th and 3.
591 X-Snag D's. 591 X-Snag D's.
Hey, 591. All one ready? Hey, dummy.
Banana alert.
Hey, dummy.
Banana alert.
Hey.
Tell him banana right now, Sante.
This might be the spot 7.
Ready to go.
4th down. Luis Perez and the Battlehawks. And that is right on that line to gain as McBride comes up with the reception, and it's a 1st down St. Louis.
That is a really big catch from Stephen McBride. That was highly contested, difficult one to bring down.
A catch for a 1st down. That play is under further review.
Because he was
take a look
on the way to the ground. I just want to make sure he didn't.
Can listen in to Dean Blandino in the UFL Command Center.
Okay. I think he had the right arm underneath it. I'm looking at my low left end zone. This is going to be a good look here. Okay, that ball's on the ground. That's an incomplete pass. Low left end zone has the ball right on the ground. I'm going to freeze it right here. There's the ball. You can see it hit the ground. He doesn't have control of it. Cole, after review, we have an incomplete pass. The ball hit the ground. So we're going to go back to the previous spot. I'll give you everything. We were at the 41. It was the right hash.
This is going to go as a turnover on downs after Blandino reviewed it.
Never hit the ground. See you. Get off, Hardy!
Longtime head coach Kevin Sumlin, his second stint in Houston with spring pro football, and his team could be closing in on a huge road win.
That's just inexcusable by St. Louis. In pro football, if it's ever in doubt, was it a catch, was it not, you need to have one word that gets you up to the line of scrimmage where you snap the football before the play can go to review.
And that wasn't the case there, Brock.
And there was a lot of contact on that play before the catch, no catch. If Ricky Proehl still had that challenge, which he used earlier, this is a moment you would have loved to use it. That's why I said you don't want to waste it too early in the game when you have that super challenge.
And now Houston will keep it on the ground here. Go back and show you the end of that play.
So two things at the top. Look at the contact on the shoulder there of McBride, and then the catch. So Dean said it hit the ground. If Ricky Proehl still had that challenge, there was a lot of jersey grabs there before the ball even got there. That could have been a challenge and a first down. Either way,
his defense come up with a stop.
Yep, either way, this game is far from over.
Second down and 7. Major spinning his way towards midfield. It'll be third down from there. Jordan Williams with the tackle.
Teddy 11. Teddy 11. Fin right, grip duo, Lion, next signal. Fin right, grip duo, Lion, next signal. Got to get this.
Extra big body coming into the game for Houston on third down and a long 2. Marcus Major, and he is stacked up. That was Bentley with the tackle.
And they're going to punt this football away.
That's good news for them based on where he was tackled.
I was going to say, if he's tackled a foot further, they have to go for it on fourth there. They'll take this down to the 2-minute warning, punt it away, and force St. Louis to drive the length of the field.
2-minute warning. St. Louis will have a chance as their defense earned it for them. Trailing by 7. Win and they're in the postseason. But for right now, it's Houston with a 7-point lead. Interesting scenario here as the ball is just short of the 50-yard line. We hit the 2-minute warning. It is 4th and 1, and the punt team is on the field.
Yeah, if that ball would have crossed the entirety of the 50, because it still wasn't the 2-minute warning or at the 2-minute warning, they would have had to go for it. Instead, they're allowed to play field position here. And St. Louis running 2 guys off late. Almost a disaster.
Rivers nose down, back rotation. Fair catch caught by Fresh at the 12-yard line.
Well, Matt, more bad news for the St. Louis Battlehawks. Star tight end Tyler Neville is x-rays on his lower body. You see the injury here. Tyler has been such an inspiration to this football team. He just scored the most recent touchdown. We hope he's okay.
And not just significant because he's one of their best players, but they don't have another tight end. So they will exclusively be in 4 wide receiver.
We're going 91 on 1 ready.
1 running back sets here. And let's see what Luis Perez has got in him. Hasn't been his day, but he's always got one more drive in him. He's surely capable of taking them down and tying this game up.
Here's Perez on first down, going to take a shot right away, and he connects with McBride.
Stephen McBride has been Luis Perez's security blanket. Every time he's had a one-on-one, he hasn't been going to Hakeem Butler. He's been going to Stephen McBride. I love that he threw this ball flat. Didn't put too much air on it, so the DB didn't have time to adjust and gain back the ground that McBride created with the separation.
Perfect way to start this drive for St. Louis. Perez, pressure is on. And it's incomplete at the feet of McBride as he had to rush it. And there is Tyler Neville coming out of the locker room to rejoin his teammates, trailing by 7. They got themselves in a big hole early on.
Well, at some point, you still think that a deep shot to Hakeem Butler, just 2 receptions, 25 yards on the day, would be a good idea. Worst case scenario, you can get a flag.
We're ready to go.
He's a jump ball specialist down there.
Second down, Perez with a man in his face, and he connects downfield to Pearson. Jacour Pearson. And St. Louis is in business.
This is so good from Luis Perez, hanging in there. This is the throw that he didn't make earlier in the game to Jacour Pearson when he didn't get enough juice on the ball that time, even with somebody in his face. Puts that one right on the money as Chris Allen lays the hit on him.
60, yeah.
Staring down the barrel, you know you're going to take a massive shot, just delivers the perfect throw. That's the veteran, the Spring King.
34-yard completion. Oh, so much traffic. Ball is loose, and Perez has to fall on it. 2 timeouts remain for St. Louis. Remember, if they come back and win this game, they clinch a playoff spot.
Boy, watch the jump here on the outside. Richard Garage was so late getting there.
Hey, let's go.
Jarvion Howard tried to help out and almost dislodged. Did dislodge the ball. Luckily, Perez fell back on it.
Kenny Dyson disruptive on that defensive line. Second down and 15. Clock counting down under 45 seconds, and the flags rain in.
We'll have the runoff. Need a timeout.
And that clock will run off more.
What's the number on the false start?
53.
53?
63.
False start offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty. Timeout St. Louis to avoid the 10-second runoff.
So they're going to utilize.
Hey, clock will stop.
They're going to utilize the timeout. Clock was running down. 2 big throws by Luis Perez on this drive to put them in position. Had a 33-yard completion. Then had the 34-yard completion. And now 43 seconds remain. A much better second half for Luis Perez, especially this fourth quarter. One timeout remaining, having to utilize one right there to avoid the runoff.
Turbo. We're ready to go.
Second and 20 after the penalty. Incomplete. He's trying to connect with McBride again. Amir Speed was running with him.
Put Darby.
Yeah, really good coverage this time from Speed. You see Perez trying to fit a back shoulder ball in there. It's just a little short, not on the back shoulder quite enough. Again, I'd love one of those deep shots to go to Hakeem Butler. 6'5" on a 5'10" corner. They have yet to.
Yeah, let's go. Gotta go.
They have yet to go in that direction in this quarter. Watch Butler on the crossing route here, though.
Only has 2 receptions on the day. 3rd and 20. A lot of traffic again. And that is caught. And it is Butler, but it's just a shallow cross, so it is going to make for a 4th and long as Quinton Newsome, the former Nebraska star defensive back, all Big Ten player back then, was right on top of Butler.
Okay, I can't do that. I can't change the protection like that.
The game is going to come down to a 4th and 19.
You got to give it a chance. IG special, XZ9. You
got to hurry.
IG special, XZ9. 61.
Hey, 61. I want to. So gotta go. Hey,
gotta hurry.
61. Hey, 61. Gotta go.
Play clock is under 5. And a timeout is going to be used by St. Louis.
Ricky Prohl has a decision to make here. He could kick a field goal, and then instead of an onside kick in the UFL, you get a 4th and 12 opportunity. You got to wonder if they're thinking about that, considering the down and distance.
Absolutely.
and we send everyone deep and put Keem down the middle on Aggie, it may open up the outside.
It's 2-man. We ought to run number 3 on a deep corner route.
Well, you're making up something.
No.
I'm saying Aggie special or what?
Say it in the headset.
I'm saying going front, Aggie special.
Okay, all right. Hey, wait, so what is backside?
XZ9.
You're saying 3x1 trips? Is it trips or is it empty?
Front, it's empty. Trips left up.
And remember, you can get a 4-point field goal here. They should consider kicking 3 right here.
Yes, you don't have to have a touchdown. 60-yard plus field goals are with 4 points. So you can kick a field goal here, convert a 4th and 12, retain possession, and try to line up a 60-yarder. But instead, the offense stays on the field for 4th and 19, Jordan.
Yeah, notice they're moving Hakeem Butler out of his normal spot and into the slot right here. They're going to get 2 high safeties. You want to try to attack the middle of the field if you can.
4th and 19. Perez tracked down from behind. It is Fisher with a sack, and a flag is down. We'll have to check on that. They may get bailed out here.
Number 20 on the defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first out.
That's Amir Speed working on McBride. Gets him around the hips. That's a really good call. And it bails St. Louis out.
Why is Houston playing press coverage in that situation?
I don't know. 4th and 19. Those corners should be playing 8 to 10 yards off.
That's exactly right.
In catch technique. Not man press where you can get turned around and you got to get handsy with the receiver at the release. Don't love the defensive call, and it completely bailed out St. Louis, like you mentioned, Brock.
Defensive holding makes it a first down. 25 ticks of the clock remaining.
We're ready to go. Hud.
Perez. Shallow cross is caught by Jackson. And Jackson is out at the 10-yard line. Remember, no timeouts remain for St. Louis. 18 seconds to play in regulation. Look at this crowd here in St. Louis.
I love the play call there. They were getting man coverage, 2-man, so they had Blake Jackson on a shake route.
61 on 1, ready? Gotta go.
You cannot go down in the field of play here. If you get it short of the sticks or short of the end zone, you got to get out of bounds if you can, or this ball's got to go in the end zone.
1st and goal. Play clock was running down. You could hear Perez saying, I got it off.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's just inexcusable, guys. We've been talking about it in the red area this entire second half for St. Louis in terms of the expedition of getting the play call in.
Hey, call me old-fashioned, but you got 3 shots probably into the end zone. One of them's got to be a jump ball to Hakeem Butler, right? I mean,
no
why
doubt.
not? What you know, like
6'5", 240+ pounds.
Ready to go.
That's the advantage on the field.
He's lined up on the inside now.
Here's Perez to the end zone. He goes. Incomplete. Blake Jackson was the receiver.
Boy, Blake Jackson, who just had the big play. This is an open route. He had an opportunity, but Luis Perez gets pressure on the left side. Richard Garage, the left tackle, gets put into his lap, so he can't really step in and drive that ball. It's kind of been the story of the game. And now 2nd down, 13 seconds.
With Hakeem Butler, bottom of your screen here. Play clock again is counting down. 2nd down, Perez. That is complete inside the 5. No timeouts. Clock is counting down. Can they clock it in time? 3, 2.
Game's over. He didn't get the snap out. Game over.
The snap occurred after the clock was at 0. The game is over.
First regular season home loss for St. Louis since week 3 of last year. Kevin Sumlin's underdog Houston team, who needed a break. They've been so close. He said we just needed some good things to happen. They happened today. They fought right to the end in a thriller that ends up with 000 and St. Louis unable to clock the ball.
them.
Boy, I feel like Luis Perez maybe had a second or a half a second to snap it, and he was kind of waiting. Watch him get to the line of scrimmage. Watch the clock. 3, 2, everybody's set. Snap it now. What are we waiting for? There's a possibility if he just snaps it right away that they have a second left. Maybe. I mean, it's close. That's why I said you cannot stay in bounds short of the goal line.
Yes.
That throw had to be towards the sideline or into the end zone.
That is the risk you take by not throwing it into the end zone or towards the sideline. Over the middle and short, and then you could not clock it. And by the way, give credit to Houston.
Yes.
It has been a season where they have been so close, where just a play or two goes against them. They fought to the end, and they are not out of it. St. Louis had a chance to clinch a playoff spot, but Kevin Sumlin's Houston Gamblers came on the road and won 23-16. Gonna be a real good stretch run in the UFL to the playoffs. ABC World News Tonight, or your local news, is coming up next over most of these ABC stations.